Michael Morales Torres para Lucha Libre Online y el calce junto a mí. Señoras y señores, la cara, el pilar, el campeón mundial de TNA en la casa, Moose, llega acá nuevamente a Lucha Libre Online. Moose, it's an absolute honor to have you back, brother. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Glad to know you're doing great, man. You're the champion. Obviously, you're doing great. And I wanted to start this conversation exactly that way. Back on Hard to Kill, the Palms, Las Vegas, Nevada, you made effective your Feast or Fire opportunity. You claim it at the main event. You were crowned the TNA heavyweight champion. How do you felt at that moment having the opportunity to hold that title at the rebranding moment in a sold-out The Palms at Las Vegas with every single human that loves pro wrestling with their eyes on the product? Like, how did that moment felt for you?
It felt special. It felt that all the hard work that I put in paid off. It was definitely a memorable moment for me in my career thus far, probably the most memorable. And yeah.
Man, you face Alex Shelley, having the opportunity to face a TNA original, hell of an in-ring performer. You are a hell of an athlete. Both of the styles were very different. Did you face any challenges inside the match due to the size, due to the speed, maybe due to the ring experience on his end versus yours? Was there any particular challenge that you might face for that match?
Obviously the biggest one is the experience that played a big role. Obviously, he's been wrestling probably double the amount of time that I've been wrestling. But so I think obviously when you look at who has the edge, that's the only edge arguably you could say he had over me. Obviously I came in probably the bigger, faster, quicker guy, but he definitely had the experience edge. So I knew going in his knowledge his knowledge for the game of wrestling was greater than mine just because he's been doing it longer. But I had to use my size and my athleticism and just my pure will to win. I felt like I edged him out in those attributes.
You have the opportunity of doing this again, of creating history. I'm going to say this in Spanish very quick. Y es que este viernes TNA está presentando No Surrender, este viernes 23 de febrero, en directo desde el Alario Center en New Orleans, Louisiana. Hay mucho latino en el área, hay mucho mexicano, hay mucho boricua, sobre todo por allá. Hay colombianos, tengo varios panas venezolanos por el área, chilenos, argentinos. O sea, lléguenle directamente al Alario Center este viernes para No Surrender desde las 8 de la noche en New Orleans, Louisiana. Y si desde tu casa, no te preocupes, puedes verlo relax en TNA Plus. Simplemente tienes que ingresar a watch.tnawrestling.com y ahí van a poder acceder TNA Plus para poder ver el evento en vivo. Directamente sabemos que el evento está disponible en eventbrite.com para boletos, así que simplemente tienen que hacer clic aquí a la parte de abajo y al otro día, el 24, sábado 24, tienen el Fallout Event allí directamente en New Orleans, Louisiana, en el Alario Center. Moose, you have the opportunity of doing this again, of creating history, of doing this incredible match with Alex Shelley. Alex, obviously, he claimed his rematch. He's here. He wants that title opportunity. What can we expect from that match this Friday at No Surrender?
It's gonna be another classic match. Alex Shelley, he's a great competitor. He was a great champion. He's a great wrestler, and some people would say the same about me. So I think we put on a good show the first time. I expect nothing short than a great performance by both of us. But I think I'm going to come out the victor once again.
On Hard to Kill, something very interesting happened. The most wanted man find a home in the United States, and that's TNA. Formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, currently known as Nick Nemeth. He arrived, and the first thing he did was going face to face against the TNA World Champion Moose. He could have aimed anyone inside that roster, but he obviously went after the biggest guy, the toughest guy in the roster, which is yourself. How do you felt, being targeted by Nick Nemeth immediately after your match?
I think he's a smart man because if I would have done this, if I was him, I probably would have done the same thing. obviously I'm the guy that you if you attack, you're gonna get the most buzz, right? And that's what happened. So yeah, he's smart on by doing that, but he's also dumb by doing that, because if anybody's gonna hurt you the most on our roster, I'm probably that guy. So we'll have yet to see me retaliate, and reason being, because I have more important things to do than to worry about somebody that's beneath me at the moment. But that time is gonna come when I'm gonna have to get my hands on him and retaliate. And like they say, payback's a bitch, right?
Of course. Man, there's a lot of talent coming into Impact as of lately. Obviously the company's in its highest point. It's hot as hell. Everyone wants to see the product, and everyone wants to be a part of it. We saw Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada, Saya Brookside, uh, Nick Nemeth, among many other people having the opportunity or looking for an opportunity to knock on TNA's door. You have always been a part of this. The good days, the bad days, the regular days, you were there. You were loyal. You're still loyal. This is your company. You renew with them. How does it feel to be part of that roster? Josh Alexander, for example, yourself, among many other people inside there that decided to stay to make this special, like Eddie Edwards, among many, many other of them. How does it feel that everyone now wants to be a part of TNA?
It's a great feeling, because it's one of those things that you helped build something special, and with guys, big names like that coming in, just proves that what you're doing is working. Just makes you want to work harder.
You are part of a series of interesting trainings we've seen online, and that's the dungeon. Yeah, the hard dungeon is active right now at Florida, being run by Natalia Neidhart and TJ Wilson. We've seen people like Chico Adams from the independent circuit, among many other people like Angelo Dawkins. But a huge part of those trainings, we saw Carlito recently, we saw Epico, who's a free agent. Moose, you're part of that. What you've done there, or at least in the videos and what we've been seeing, it's impressive. How did that training inside the hard dungeon help you to develop your in-ring performance?
Oh, it definitely helps a lot. It teaches you wrestling from different set of eyes. It's one of those things where there's really no facts in pro wrestling. It's all everybody's opinion. So I like to branch around and see how certain ways do that. And I'm very glad that I became friends with TJ and Natty. They're both great minds in professional wrestling, and me working with them in the dungeon definitely get your cardio up, build your wind. You can't be a wuss going there to train, because they're gonna bring it, and they're gonna bring it hard, and they're gonna make you bring out your best effort. So, but yeah, working with those guys is special. They're great minds they have great minds for pro wrestling, and just learning from those guys and mentoring from those guys, and looking at wrestling from a set of different, from a new set of eyes is always great, and adding to your toolbox. And so I'm grateful for my relationship with them.
You have the opportunity of creating history again. No surrender this Friday, but at the same time, Rebellion is this close in April. The Palms, Las Vegas, Nevada is obviously going to be the host again. This is the next big pay-per-view for TNA. And again, everything can happen. A lot of things have been happening as of lately. Among them, Jordynne Grace. She made her debut in the Royal Rumble. For some reason, a lot of people were expecting you to appear there. Jordynne was the person that was appearing. How does it feel that the TNA talent have the opportunity to wave that flag in AAA, in the Crash at Mexico, in WWE now? Like, TNA has a partnership basically with everyone inside the industry, New Japan Pro Wrestling, among many others. How does it feel for you?
It's good. It just it makes you want to watch every product, because you don't know when any of us is going to show up anywhere. And I think that's one thing that's great about wrestling, is the partnerships. Because everybody, obviously as fans, everybody had their dream scenario, but when you see a guy, knockout or wrestler like Jordan, and she shows up in the Rumble. It just shows you that, oh man, some of these dream scenarios that I've been hoping for could possibly happen, and I think that's a great thing for the fans and great thing for wrestling. And I'm happy that she got the experience that she did. Absolutely amazing, and we'll see what more partnerships and what other companies a TNA wrestler talent might show up at.
What will be your victory meal if victorious this Friday against Alex Shelley and No Surrender? In New Orleans, it's known by many things. Among them, the food there is brilliant. Do you have your eyes set in any particular victory meal?
Probably this chicken I have right in front of me.
The diet.
That's probably what I'll have after No Surrender Friday and Bayou Blast for Saturday.
Man, glad to have you here at Lucha Libre Online. Honored to have you. Let me say this one more time in Spanish. Este viernes, TNA va a estar presentando No Surrender, 8 de la noche, en New Orleans, Louisiana. Los boletos están a la venta en eventbrite.com. Haz clic aquí abajo, te va a llegar directamente el link. O puedes verlo a través de pay-per-view en TNA Plus. Simplemente tienen que dar watch.tnawrestling.com y ahí los va a llevar directamente. Moose, el campeón de TNA, va a estar defendiendo su título ante Alex Shelley, entre muchísimos otros encuentros que no se pueden perder por nada del mundo. Y Rebellion en abril, disponible por Fight TV muy prontito, The Palms, Las Vegas, Nevada. Ya mismo más información para boletos. Without any further ado, man, honored to have you. Let's wrap this up, pero en español. El campeón mundial de TNA, Moose y Michael Morales Torres para Lucha Libre Online y el Calce, porque en español nadie lo hace mejor. Será hasta la próxima.